Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Cari, and Hannah's not here today. Well, actually, she's right here. This is Hannah today. Hannah's here in spirit. No, actually, this is Will. He's gonna be filling in for Hannah. She is visiting her boyfriend in California. We miss her. She's having fun though. And Will's gonna be filling in for her today, and we're gonna be talking about a topic the two of us are
very interested.
Yeah, have a lot of interest in. Whenever Hannah was like, you can come on podcast while I'm gone if you wanted to. And she was like, what would you want to talk about? And then she said codependency. I said, oh. She was like, Will can come on. Y'all can talk about codependency. I said, oh, no. We're going to talk about skinwalkers.
Yeah, I fear the codependency wouldn't be as interesting as skinwalkers.
Yeah, we would just talk about our friendship, and we'd rather talk about skinwalkers.
Yep.
So I'll let Will introduce himself and talk a little bit about himself.
What do you want to know? Like, Will Bradley, been going to Lyon for 3 years, art major. We live together. I work here in town, Nova Joe's. 21.
Yep.
Birthday soon.
Yes, 22. I'm getting unk.
Unk status.
Turn into unk. So Will and I have been friends since pre-K. If you did not know that. But we weren't friends for a while because he did some weird stuff in pre-K.
Apparently I kissed her.
In pre-K. And I was uncomfortable. So I was banned him from my existence. But no, we became friends again sophomore year of high school. That's how long I held on to that.
Yep.
we just ran in different crowds. We just went in different crowds and
yeah, she tried to be with the popular girls, but then they became bullies.
I was just trying to get bullied, girl. I was hanging out with anybody that wouldn't bully me.
I was friends with popular children until they dropped me, and after 5th grade,
and they became bullies. Yeah, we were heavily bullied, the two of us. If you couldn't tell.
Now where are they at?
Yeah, where they at now? They're not on this podcast.
Chopped.
Yep. Married with kids. We're getting that money. We're both broke. No, but we became friends again in high school, around our sophomore year. And then we've been hanging out ever since. And then I came to college a semester, and I was like, I really don't have any friends here.
And I came up for a few parties and whatnot, and she was like, you should apply.
Yeah, I was like, what's worst thing they can do till you know?
And they didn't.
And they didn't. They knew better.
They really just be letting anybody in here, though.
Yeah. But yeah, my first semester here, I was like, on FaceTime with Will constantly, always talking to Will and stuff. And I was like, why don't I just see if Will will come here? Because I'm not hanging out with anybody else.
Yeah, and I was back in CrossFit where we're from, working at Subway, which was...
Yes.
Subway was great, but my manager was horrible. Hated her. If you're listening to this, I don't like you.
I know you're tuned in.
I know you're tuned in, Laura.
We know you're watching us. You're not safe.
Yeah, but it was just her and her 2 daughters, so it was kind of a family owned.
It was a family Subway.
So it was whatever she said, they were against me. Because I know I came in late one day, and I came in there and was working. There was a line, and I was the only one in there. And apparently, because one of my other friends was there, and they told her to not go in there and let me do it by myself. But she came in there anyway, so they were really petty and stuff like that.
She a real one. Okay, so whenever we were trying to figure out a topic we're going to talk about, we sat in the hallway of our home, on top of the stairs, and we were like, okay, what topic are we interested in? And then we both obviously have a lot of interest. We wouldn't be friends. Similar interests. And we were like skinwalkers. Not just skinwalkers, but cryptids in general. And
but mainly skinwalkers.
Yeah, because those are the ones that are
forte.
We'll say that word. We're not saying the W.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. We're not saying that on here. Not getting them in here. And I was like, okay, we talk about skinwalkers, and I will tie that into psychology. I was a year 1 mentor for Dr. Miller's Psychology of Horror last year, and I had to do a presentation on cryptids, so I did a little bit of research.
Yeah, I know my fair share of skinwalkers, and she knows psychology, so.
Yep. Keep us in the woods somewhere. We're getting out of there.
We got the, I don't know if you're going to mention it now or later, but we got that podcast that we listened to about the
Just Creepy podcast. I was gonna bring that up as like a reference, but like we both listen to the Just Creepy podcast on Spotify, like because we have such a long drive coming to and from CrossFit, and sometimes listening to music just don't do it because I disassociate while I'm driving.
Need a good story.
Yeah, I need something that's gonna keep my interest. But we can't listen to it together because we always end up talking over it. So we'll just talk about what we would do instead.
Literally.
And how stupid some of the people in the stories
are.
There's
always some basic story about people going out into the woods and camping, and then some weird, scary, creepy things happen. They're like, oh, we'll stay. It's okay.
Yeah, we'll stay one more night. Okay. Idiots.
And then, yeah.
I don't mean to budge in. Did you guys ever watch like Mr. Nightmare or any of those guys on YouTube? Like the ghost stories?
Yes.
I didn't hear
Those
that.
are on, like,
I think
the very same vein as like those cryptid podcasts.
it would be like the Tinder horror stories or like the stuff like that.
Yeah, I grew a homunculus.
Or what
in
it?
my bathroom, you know?
It's the I forget what that place is called. It's not like eBay. It's
Etsy?
No. It's the
Craigslist.
Craigslist. Yeah. Craigslist horror story.
Yeah. I was a very weird child, and so stuff like that scared me. So I was not tuned in.
I was tuned in to that and FNAF. So
Yeah, fam.
I was watching Shane Dawson.
I was watching,
That's both though.
but I was like on all spectrums watching it.
Yeah, if like there was a YouTuber besides like the scary stuff, I know about it. I was clocked in. I think I've mentioned this before in this podcast. I had free internet access because like whenever we were growing up, the internet was like just becoming a thing. Our parents didn't know much about it and stuff. But like now our generation's like our kids are not getting phones.
Yeah.
Our kids are not going to be on the internet.
iPod.
Yeah, so like our parents
iPod
didn't know
Touch.
anything about it, but so we did any and everything on the little iPod.
Free internet access.
Yep.
Wait, were you a Trisha Paytas girl?
No, I was a Nikki Tutorials girl.
Okay.
I loved Nikki. I liked Manny Inouye. Laura Lee. I watched Tati for a little bit, but then Dramageddon went on. So I was like, they're kind of weird now. I was never tuned into Jeffrey.
Yeah.
I was only tuned in because of Shane Dawson.
Yes,
I watched
true.
like only time I ever watched Shane Dawson really was whenever he was with Joey Graceffa. That's whenever I'd watch him.
I just watched it when he would do his documentaries.
I watched his conspiracy theories.
Yes,
And those two, yeah.
The Chuck E. Cheese one.
I was convinced Britney Spears was a clone.
Yes, he said some wild stuff on there, and I was like, yeah, I believe it.
Hey,
This-
I feel like that.
Yeah,
The Chuck E. Cheese one was the Pizza Gate or whatever.
I don't care
It
what they
was-
put in those pizzas.
They
They're the
cut
best
it weird,
pizza ever.
Apparently they recycled pizza and put it back together. But I haven't had Chuck E. Cheese in forever, but apparently it's really good pizza.
I remember vividly as a child going to Chuck E. Cheese and eating thousands of slices of their pizza. So it could be a little kid meat in there. I'm eating it.
Pizza buffet when we were younger, and now it's just like pizza. The pizza buffet was dope.
Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah, because you used to go in and like
Yeah, it was the buffet.
it was
Did
like
they?
just pizza galore. And
Yeah,
was like,
I always went for birthday parties because I grew up
Yeah.
poor.
I was
I was
mostly
going with someone else was paying.
birthday parties, and you'd be up in little play tubes and meet some random children that you're never ever gonna see
Yes,
again.
yes, there's some grown men in there crawling in.
21-year-old Will still goes up there.
Hey, I haven't been in forever.
Yeah, I don't care what they had in those pizzas. Those pizzas were good. From what I remember, I mean, I could be like having a false memory, but I remember being a kid and being like, that was really good pizza. And I begged my mom. She was like, you want to go eat Olive Garden or, eat them all? I'm like, no, I want to eat at Chuck E. Cheese. I want to go eat at Chuck E. Cheese. Okay, so I feel like we need to go ahead and get started with our topic. So today we're going to be talking about cryptids. And Will, tell me a little bit about what you know about cryptids.
Well, I know Skinwalker, Bigfoot, Mothman, Chupacabra, the W, which
We don't
won't
say
be
that
saying
word.
That one because
We're not calling it in here.
not gonna summon it here, and just
As long as you don't have a name. Right
yeah.
here.
Just don't say it. If you know, you know. But yeah,
You know.
mainly just Skinwalkers, which is from Navajo legend. It's kind of like a witch that wears animal skins and trying to transforms into that animal, but it's not like 100% the animal. Like if you saw a deer or something with like backward ankles or something like that, or like you see like flesh coming out in weird spots, or its eyes are like they reflect, but this like they reflect white or something or yellow. One of those. It's yeah, and they're really fast.
Yeah, and scary.
And scary. And
Yeah. So a cryptid is a creature whose existence is unproven. So it's often known through like eyewitness accounts and like local legends rather than any scientific evidence. So it's actually a pseudoscience. So there's cryptozoologists that will study cryptids, and that's a pseudoscience in psychology, which is a subfield, which I did not know about until I did my research on this. And it basically is someone that dedicates their lives to trying to uncover the truths about cryptids, but you can't uncover something that's not true, that we know of. There's no scientific evidence to back it up. But I'm not going to go looking.
Have y'all watched Finding
I'm not going to
Bigfoot?
go looking. Yes, and we talked about
used to
this
scare
last
me.
episode, Ancient Aliens.
Did you ever watch Mountain Monsters?
Yes.
I watch River Monsters.
Yes, I wish that was too.
River Monsters?
Yes. So some of the most common examples of cryptids are like the Loch Ness Monster. I'm sure everyone's heard of these, like Bigfoot and the Chupacabra. So cryptozoology is the study of cryptids, which I guess we can get into.
Yeah. So what was that movie that had the Loch Ness Monster in it?
Movie?
Yeah, I feel like there was a movie where they.
I feel like there's a bunch of movies like that.
they
There's
had
like
it-
Placid.
They had it as like a baby or something. It grew up.
I don't
It's
know.
called like Nessie or something.
I really don't know what you're talking about.
I feel a faint memory
Probably on
in
Sci-Fi.
the back somewhere.
I used to be tuned in on Sci-Fi. I was too young watching Sci-Fi.
Ancient Aliens. I never watched that. It was just like how the pyramids were built or something.
It's like different stuff that happened in the world, and they try to prove it by aliens.
Hey, they're probably real.
Yep. But they did not build the pyramids. So
No, that was handmade, blood and flesh.
I know that's right. So a particular cryptid that we are interested in, and we've mentioned before, is a skinwalker, and it's because they're scary as hell.
And really, you shouldn't be saying that name, but
We're gonna say it just in case, okay? Don't come for us, please, please, please. So a skinwalker is a malevolent, witch that's in the Navajo folklore, and it can shape into or take the form of animals as like wolves, coyotes, and it's through dark magic. And these beings are said to perform evil acts and often be feared for their ability to mimic voices or possess people, which is scary. So stories of skinwalkers are rooted in Navajo beliefs, and the topic is considered sensitive, with some sources suggesting it is taboo to discuss them with outsiders or fear they may be drawn to the conversations, which is why we barely talk about
I
it.
don't blame them.
Yeah, which is why we keep it.
That's why every time in those stories, somebody's grandma was like, "Don't say it."
Yeah, don't say it, don't think it. What movie was that?
Bye
The
Bye
Bye Bye
Man.
Man. Yeah.
We're cooked.
Yeah, I think we might be cooked. So, yeah, skinwalkers. I found, let me see what else I have on this thing. So some of the most notorious examples, like I mentioned before, is Bigfoot. And if you aren't aware what Bigfoot is, some people make that their whole aesthetic. Anyways.
Bigfoot, I mean, he's with beef jerky,
Yeah.
and
So Bigfoot is just a big, tall, hairy, humanoid man-like creature.
it's like an ape kind of.
Yeah, but
way
really
bigger.
tall and
like,
huge.
Was he like 7 foot tall or something?
Yeah, 7 foot tall, hairy man that stalks the woods.
Big hairy man.
Which is scary in itself. And then you got the Loch Ness Monster. And the Loch Ness Monster is a large marine creature that allegedly inhabits Scotland. And what the thing is, a lot of these come from like different parts of the world. So like Loch Ness Monster is from Scotland. Bigfoot, I feel like, is notoriously American.
Yeah.
And the chupacabra comes from Mexico. So it's a Latin American popular monstrous creature that attacks animals and consumes their blood. So it's kind of like a vampire in that sense.
Yeah.
And then you also have the Yeti, which comes from
Where's it come from?
where's
Somewhere
the cold places?
Like Sweden or something.
Sweden, maybe.
Iceland?
somewhere up in
No,
there.
Greenland.
Somewhere up in there. So what makes cryptids different than like your average monsters is that it's literally
Compared
just
to the other
stories. Yeah, it's like a game of telephone. It's like stories that have been passed down for generations and generations. And, typically the original story is from a reported sighting or a reported encounter. And they're typically large or fearsome, and they possess the an air of the uncanny.
They
We're
have supernatural
What was that? Is somebody out there?
I don't know.
tendencies.
I thought I did.
Hold on, open the door.
Don't say it, don't think it.
Don't
say
open
it,
that
don't
door.
think it. And
Why
see,
would
this
you
is what
open
they do
the-
in those stories.
Why would you
and they
open
would
the
die.
door?
Always the white people.
It's
Okay.
God, Jason.
Sit down, little bro. they're going
I think
to
it's
get you.
fine. I think it's just.
Did you hear it too?
Yeah, I
Was
heard
it just
it.
me? Okay.
I heard it. I didn't hear it. What happened?
I didn't hear. I saw the reactions. I said, "Nah." We like to ignore stuff like that. we tend to ignore stuff like that.
Yeah, that's another thing. We'll talk about it. We'll get into it.
Yeah. So I thought, in order, my legs down.
Oh, it's hot in here.
It is. It's very hot in here. We decided to wear pajamas for whatever reason.
Lazy.
Yeah.
It's cold.
So basically, I have a couple stories that I pulled from Reddit.gov, and I couldn't find a lot of good ones, really. Although good ones are like extremely long, and we don't have time for that. So I'm going to read about two. I have three, but I think I'm just going to read two. And I think an interesting thing we're going to talk about, like, dissect the story a little bit, but we're also going to talk about what we would do in the situation. So this topic is called "Are you fighting or are you running?" Or the third category, "Are you shitting?" That's what I'm gonna be doing.
I'm shitting and throwing it at them. And then I'm running.
Getting the hell out of there. That's what I'm gonna be doing. So I am 15. And my girlfriend at 14 hung out at her house for most of the day today, and I'm very close with her parents, and I see them as godparents. I have a slightly strict mom, and my curfew is 9:30. It's about 12 minutes from my house to my girlfriend's house. My house is in a very rural neighborhood, with every house 100 yards apart from each other. I live in eastern Washington. There's not many trees near my house. The closest trees are about a quarter mile away, so it's not very forested except for other trees in the town I live in that have more trees. Okay. Okay. So the road my house is on is paved, but there's a gravel road about half a mile long connecting my home road and the highway. It was 9:26 when we turned onto the gravel road, me and my girlfriend in the back of her car and her mom driving. We had to go slow. First of all, I hate when I'm driving a couple and they sit in the back of my car.
You hear them back there kissing
Nothing
and giggling.
makes my blood boil than whenever I'm driving a couple and they're like, "We're just gonna sit in the back together." Oh, y'all gonna be back there hunching. And y'all just want me to drive around.
Touching each other.
Back there touching each other. And y'all want me to drive. Okay, weirdos.
Separate them.
Yeah, makes my blood. Y'all get up here. Get your ass up here now. Anyways, there's a couple houses on the left side of the road. There was a big pasture on the other side. It's so hard to even believe what the hell just happened to me. Okay. As we were halfway down the road, a large figure darted right in front of the car. I didn't know anything about the W or skinwalkers until tonight when I saw a tall, slender figure that was 8 to 10 feet tall with very long, slender arms and legs. It had a hunchback and oblong head, and it had antlers. It was mostly an all gray, dark color with no fur at all. I'm shaking in my bedroom writing this right now because this is less than a mile from where I am this moment. All three of us, my girlfriend, her mom, and I saw the creature. It was not something in this world. It shouldn't exist. I have always been a skeptic.
Okay. So when they just like saw it?
Yeah. It's basically like them like being like, saw this weird creature, and going on reddit.gov to write it down instead of calling the police. But yeah, I guess we can like dissect the story a little bit. So it's like these three people and they saw a creature so what makes the creature so scary is that it's a human, but it should not be a human. It's like tall and slender, and not just because we know tall, slender people.
Yeah. It's like a human, not a human,
Yeah.
but like something trying
It's a human,
to be
but
like a human.
yes, and that's the scary
and
part.
trying to learn how to be like.
Yes, that's the scary, uncanny
It's literally
part of
Uncanny
it.
Valley, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so scary is that it's a human, but it's not, and it's like 7 feet tall, super like slim and slender, and not that Ozempic slender,
Really white.
the kind that it should not be.
Really white and pale skin and
Not the
like
kind,
chopped.
not the normal kind. Chopped. Yeah, and it has like really long
Lanky.
arms, like arms that go past like the knees and stuff.
Yeah.
Like whenever you stand up,
It's really fast.
arms
too.
that probably drag whenever you walk,
Like
and
some
you're already 7 feet
stories
tall.
that I've heard they're keeping up with trucks going like 50 miles per hour.
This thing will like seem like it was chasing something. But here's the thing, it wasn't chasing you, so mind your own damn business.
Just keep going.
Literally.
Shit.
Literally, you had to write a story. Okay, it's got you now.
I think if that were you and me and something like zoomed past our car, we kind of just look at each other and keep going.
Yes. One time we were driving and it was dark outside and we saw like something in the corner of our eyes on the side of the road. And we just looked at each other and just did not speak a word of it. We just kept on going.
See, I don't even remember because that's just how much I'm going to ignore that.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
And that's the thing though, because like if something scary is happening, like if my house is haunted or something, I'm ignoring it.
See, the like rules about Skinwalker, if you ever encounter one, you just gotta
I like it's not there. I like you're not scared
be
of it.
nonchalant, be like, I don't even care. Like, don't pay any attention. Don't run. It's gonna chase you because you're its prey and it's kind of stalking you. And I think you kind of have power over it if you know like it's a Skinwalker or you know its name, something like that. But yeah, if you're in the woods one day
For whatever
by
reason.
yourself, by yourself, no protection, no one else, and you're like deep in it, so it's not like populated. And
then you deserve to be gone.
Yeah, you're chilling, and then you, because one big sign is you don't hear like the crickets chirping or like bugs buzzing.
Yeah, it gets like quiet.
And it's like dead silent. That's how you know like there's a prey amongst us.
Because like the main thing I hear like whenever we're back in CrossFit, like where we live now, we're obviously in the middle of the city. Don't come find us, please. We're not in the middle of the city, actually.
Here's our address.
We're actually not in the middle of the city. It's Jason's address. It's Pat's address.
In the description.
Like where we live is like a very rural town, and he lives in a city. The city, it's like just more populated neighborhood.
She's out in the boonies.
in the boondocks.
Down a dirt road.
Yes. And I refuse to take the dogs out at night. They're just going to go on the porch. They gotta piss and shit on the porch because I'm not going out there.
Because I've went out here sometimes before to let them pee and like they'd be barking into the woods. Like
yes. And the main thing you hear is like the crickets and like loud like the frogs croaking and stuff like that. He was in there for a very long time.
You know what he was doing. Blowing it up.
Okay, that's a lot better answer.
Well.
But yeah, like you take those dogs out and like that's the only thing you hear. Like you're surrounded by like all the like wildlife out there. If it was silent, I'm going back inside. Mm-hmm. Hey, going back inside.
What do you mean?
Pee on the porch. Like, pee in the house.
Yeah. Like, because if I go outside, I don't hear the chirping and birds and other wildlife.
One time we were walking back inside my house and it was dark outside and we had just got back from doing something. And we were walking back inside my house and we heard something by the trash can. And like we saw something running by the trash can. And I was like, I'm just actually going to ignore that. Our other friend ran inside immediately. It was just us two because we're like, we're just going to ignore it. We're going to like it was not there. And so I just sat in my car for a minute and then we got out. And then we heard something again. And we started running. And then it jumped out at us. And we like, I know I almost shit myself. It was my little brother trying to scare us. But
you know what? They're coming for you.
Will was using me as a shield. Like I was in front of Will because I just know that if we were in a situation, I'm being the man. I'm wearing them pants.
What are you gonna do? Run?
I'm gonna protect us. Okay. Because in that situation, Will had me in front of him, hold on to my shoulders, and I was walking towards the danger. And Will was behind me. And we screamed and he like switched it. I was swearing.
Every man for himself.
And like whenever something jumped out and we screamed, Will had like grabbed my shoulders and shifted me to where the noise had come from. So I was blocking him in the noise.
I faintly remember that.
I think you did it subconsciously. Protecting yourself. And I was just sitting there like screaming. I mean, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to get us out of there. I'm resourceful. Anyways, so there's another story. I think I'm going to read this one. I live in upstate South Carolina, close to a few small towns like Don't care. Definitely in a rural area, 20 minutes outside. Lots of deers, cows, and most definitely coyotes. Right around 11:10, there was 20 minutes I could hear my closest neighbors, 2 dogs just barking. I could hear the coyotes yapping away. Hey, which is scary. Have you ever been out there like at nighttime and you just hear coyotes out there screaming? Terrifying.
When I went on that camping trip, I feel like I heard coyotes.
Girl, I'm surprised they got you out there.
Hey, well, I heard the bugs chirping and stuff, so I knew it was fine.
And panthers sound like a woman screaming. First of all, if I hear a woman screaming in the woods,
bobcats could sound like a baby or a kid crying and screaming. Mm-hmm. Scary.
Yeah, if I hear someone screaming in the woods,
if I hear somebody be like, help, that's not my problem.
Who?
Won't be doing that.
Yeah,
actually.
who?
Good luck.
Literally. Bye. Hey, guess what? Don't care.
I don't.
I actually don't care. Because you're out here.
Too much.
Yeah. Like if I were to like be in the middle of the woods, which if I'm out there, then something's terribly wrong. I'm not out there on my own free will. Like for real.
I've been held at gunpoint to go out there.
Somebody forced me to go out them woods and I hear somebody screaming, I'm walking away from it. Mm-hmm. I don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't. Like if it's an actual person and something's happening to them, bystander effect, because I'm running off. Hey, guess what? They're not getting both of us. They already got you, girl.
Yeah.
They got you. They're not getting the 2 of us.
That's just my chance to escape.
Literally. They're distracted.
I don't care if it is an actual person who needs help or a skinwalker trying to get my attention. I'm not chancing it.
Imagine this entire time, like they're just not real and it's an actual person needing help. And we're just like, skinwalker. That's a skinwalker not going out there.
Because I know
someone actually needing help.
When we went to Hot Springs not so long ago, we were out. It was like night. It was me, my sister, and everything. And we were out there. And I heard like a scream or something come from the woods. And so I just went inside. But they stayed out there.
I went inside too. First of all, whenever I was in my dorm room, I heard someone screaming, help, locked my door. I just locked my door.
Yeah. Won't be doing that.
Yeah, because what I look like, girl. I mean, they already got you. That's what I said. They got you. They're not getting the 2 of us.
You got.
Literally.
Done for.
One of us didn't get got. So, you want me to get got too? You're selfish. Hey, you're selfish.
You deserve it.
Oh my God. Anyways, so, definitely the chickens. I slipped out the back door with a few super loud firecrackers to try and scare them off. I want a nice revolver with home protection, but I wasn't planning on getting close enough to kill anything. I know that's right. Girl. First of all, I wouldn't have went out there in the first place. It's none of my damn business. But second of all, who getting close enough? At least
you got a gun. So if you did need to use it.
So.
But not going out there.
I saw a good sized pack of wolves, like 8 or 9 of them. In the middle, there was one, but the one in the middle was surrounded by them, and all their heads were held way low than the larger one. They saw me immediately and slowly moved towards the woods. The big one watched me as it walked, so much as a glance, and didn't miss a beat. None of the others even so much as glanced my direction. That alone started freaking me out. It stopped right where the last bit of light from the back porch reached. Sorry. Sorry. That's the skinwalker coming out. It's the skinwalker. So it happened and I'm just lost my place. All the others looked at it and glared down at them and they walked into the woods. Whenever it happened, I just sat there in awe. It stood up on its hind legs and stared at me for a few seconds like it was an entity. Just then, I was legitimately scared, and I still am. It stood there, its eyes glowing in the dim light in an odd yellow color and slowly turned to greenish color. I don't know if the eye color change was real. The tilt of the head changing the angle, reflection maybe. Reflection and refraction. But it was standing in a way that looked like it did normally. Then it took a step or two closer to the woods, still glaring at me, maybe 30 yards away, and I could hear a low growl. You're too close. Hey, you heard the growl? You're too close to it. Go inside. Why are you still out there, first of all? You see some creature in the middle of the woods, you're like,
You see a wolf stand up on his hind legs,
yeah,
staring
it's like,
at you.
Okay, let me look at the different parts of this wolf. Why are you still out there?
I'm in awe. Go inside.
Then it turned away, dropped down on all fours, and took off toward the neighborhood, about a half a mile away. I'm inside now, doors locked, and my pistol's loaded. And that's it. that's the end of the story because
That's all she wrote.
yeah, that's all she wrote. Okay, so with that story, a few things. First of all, if I heard something outside, I'm not looking. What
I'm
am I
going to
looking?
ignore it. I'm just going to put on like my AirPods or my headphones. And just,
Hey, the music's not loud enough.
Mm-mm.
The TV's
Turn
not
it
loud
up.
enough.
Turn
I'm
my fan
ignoring it.
on.
Yeah, because well, like going out there and looking. And like, second of all, I'm not a hero. I'm not. So,
Won't be saving nobody.
yeah, I'm not a hero.
Not except for myself.
Yeah, and I feel like even if, because like I feel like if it was my family and stuff like that, I'd want to protect them. But like at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't want to get close enough to get scared. Like it's not about dying. It's about being scared. I'd rather die instantly than be scared. Than be scared and piss on myself. Because, hey, what do you mean? This skinwalker's trying to get me and I peed myself.
I mean,
I'm going to start throwing it at it. Because
peeing and throw my shit at it.
So, would you run or would you fight if you were in these kind of scenarios?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't be there at all. I wouldn't be in that scenario, actually.
Let's say you were.
I wouldn't be in that scenario, but if I looked outside and lived in like a wooded area like him, and I saw a pack of wolves, and one stood up and started looking at me. When you said it stood up, I could just think of that wolf that was dancing. You know what I'm talking about?
Can you put that like right here in between us?
If you know, you know.
This is what the skinwalker was doing, by the way.
Then I maybe would have watched, but
It would have got you.
Pulling the shirt off, you know?
if I just saw a wolf like stand up and like slowly back into the woods, I'm
Hey, he's scared too.
closing the windows and going to bed.
Yeah, guess what? None of my business.
Locking all my doors, all my windows, locking my door in my room.
Yeah, I can tell Will got scared at night whenever he locks his door.
Yeah, because the other night we were talking about something and we both locked our doors.
Yeah, we had scared ourselves. We said, what if we looked outside and there was some man in the middle of
It
the
was the
SCP.
SCP shy guy.
Yes.
I forget which number he is, but
15?
he's that guy who like I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
Like screams and like chases you.
Yeah.
He's like crying, but you come up to him and he's like, "You're cooked."
Yeah, and we were talking about what we would do if we looked.
And like
we looked
I was like,
outside
what if she just went
windows?
out there and like tried to help him? Because like she likes trying to help people. I'm like, no, you don't need to do that.
Not in that situation, girl. Every man for
And
himself.
so she did that. I'm locking her outside. She's not coming back in because she's gonna be changed or something. Or if she tried to do that, knock her out and tie her up in a chair.
Yeah, he said, that's what he said. He said if I try to go out there and help, he would just knock me out and tie me up.
Throw you in the closet.
Yeah. Hey, do that because something's wrong.
Yeah,
Hey, do that, please.
that's not you.
That's not me. That's not me, girl. Something's wrong. But we both got scared and locked our doors. Yeah, you can tell whenever we get scared at night because that door is locked. Like whenever he's not there and it's just me, door's locked.
Same.
Yeah, because I'm not playing that game. And I feel like I hear stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? I ignore it. Anyways, so what makes these like creatures and stuff so interesting and so like utterly terrifying to humans is the uncanny valley. So the uncanny valley is a phenomenon where nearly human-like robots or animations evoke feelings of eeriness, revulsion, or discomfort rather than their empathy. Because typically whenever we have a fusal facial area, I think that's what it's called, in our brains, and we are very much like facial people because that's what we're drawn to. That's what makes us comfortable. If we look at like a person, we're looking at their face. Sometimes we look at cars and we see faces in the cars. Or sometimes we look at like folded fabric and we see faces. And that's,
Try to make a face out of.
yeah, we try to make a face out of everything because it brings us comfort. And the moment that face doesn't look right, that comfort leaves our bodies. And we no longer have that feeling of like safety. So that's why the uncanny valley is so like terrifying to us. It's because it's something that looks like it could be right, but there's something off about it. So it was coined in 1970. It describes a graph coined by Mori in 1970. Describes a graph where infinity for an object that increases with its human likeness until it hits a certain point. So with as As the resemblance becomes almost perfect but not quite, the positive feeling plunges into a valley of unease before rising again to a high affinity for a perfectly human likeness. This reaction is triggered by subtle flaws in appearance, movement, or behavior that clash with our expectations of a living person. That's something else. It's not, even if it looks like a person, like we watch short films in the psychology of horror class that I mentored for, and they would look normal, but they would start moving weird, and that also makes us uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's also like something in the eyes, and then they kind of
or like have a weird smile on their face.
Yeah, or they just like say weird shit.
Yeah, so like if we see someone and they like start walking weird and stuff, we get a uneasy feeling in our stomach because that's our brain telling you, girl, get up out of there. Get out now. Go. Run.
While you have a chance.
Yeah, run while you have a chance. Before we get into like the real psychology of all of it, I feel like it's good for us to mention what we would do in the situations. So, like I said, if I'm ever out in the middle of the woods, something's wrong, I'm out there, I'm on free will. If I'm running, something's chasing me, you need to start running too. But if I were in like Blair Witch or something like that, hey, guess what? Ignoring it. Hey, you found some weird statue or something, you mess with it, that's on you.
That's got nothing to do with me. I'm staying in like the cabin we found.
I'm not getting that damn cabin, girl. I'm staying in the damn tent.
Look, if we were going out camping, I think my camping would be in
Something
like
I can lock.
A camper or a cabin.
Something I can lock.
A tent, I feel like somebody could rip right through that. That's just literally paper.
Yeah, I'm getting something I can lock. But that cabin, I'm not getting that cabin in Blair
Well, we
Witch.
went on our camping trip. I slept in my car, so.
Yeah. Another thing before we get into the psychology of all of it is I was going to bring up a few references. So a movie we watched together that was really scary was called Antlers, and it's about the W. I feel like I feel like it's good to put a disclaimer in here is that we want to talk about stuff that comes from like the Native American cultures and stuff with the utmost respect, even though it scares the hell out of me, which it does them too. But I want to talk about it with the utmost respect and stuff, and the W word is actually not a cryptid, it's a evil entity, and like Native Americans are very
it's like a
evil spirit, yeah,
because they have it on Phasmophobia.
Yeah, and every time we get that, it's scary, scary. So like a lot of the cryptids, and I know the skinwalker in particular, comes from Native American culture, and I feel like we'd be doing injustice if we didn't speak about that. So it's primarily from different tribes, and I'm not going to try to pronounce those. W. But I'm not going to try and pronounce those because I don't want to be disrespectful. So it's not just a monster, it's a cultural warning, and it's a story about greed, cannibalism, excess hunger, or taking more than you need, and loss of humanity due to obsession. And that also ties into one of the other references, which is Until Dawn.
I was about to say, have y'all played Until Dawn?
Yeah.
Watched it?
Until Dawn is like the story starts with two sisters and they fall into like off of a cliff and one dies.
Being chased through the woods.
Yeah.
And
One dies, other one has to eat her, and she turns into a W. Redacted.
I thought they both died.
I'm gonna start saying redacted every time I'm gonna say W. I'm just gonna start saying redacted. No, she didn't die. So Beth, is that the one that survived? Hannah didn't.
Hannah and Beth.
Which one?
I think Hannah's the one who ran away, and they fell, but she fell on a rock and broke her back.
Yeah, and she, the other one that survived, I think her name was Beth. She was out there and she got hungry because she wrote about it in her diary. She wrote about it in her diary and she ate her sister, and then she turned into a redacted. So that's part of the like cannibalism thing. So like during the harsh winters and stuff, like there's a lot of stories. Like during the harsh winters, people would turn to cannibalism and stuff. And, hey, you shouldn't be eating people.
Yeah.
And bad stuff happens whenever you eat people.
Nobody's safe when you do that.
Yeah, I feel like it's really a story and a warning about even if you're that hungry, leave it alone. Hey, die of starvation. And it's also a story about greed because you're taking more than you need, and you're you take more than you need and you're leaving others hungry and excessive hunger. And also we as humans cling to our humanity, and whenever we suffer from a loss of humanity due to like being obsessed with something, that's also scary. So there's a traditional like description. So descriptions vary by community, but many traditions telling describes the redacted as a spirited force that possesses a person that is consumed by greed. It's sometimes a gaunt, human-like being that represents starvation, and it's also associated with winter isolation, selfishness, and infinite hunger. And the popular tall, deer-headed monster version is not traditional, and that's a modern Hollywood invention, which is very interesting. I've seen a lot of like illustrations and stuff, but it's as accurate as it can be.
I guess the
Oh, no, I sent you an Amazon.
Oh.
But
I guess the Until Dawn would be more accurate then, because it didn't have any antlers or anything. It's more human-like.
Yeah, I've always heard that the ones on Until Dawn are the most accurate because it doesn't have, the Hollywood, as they say.
Yeah, I feel like the more Hollywood would be like the
Antlers.
and like the deer skull kind of.
The monster on antlers was so scary. And I feel like the scariest part of it was that they had children in the movie, and something about like horror movies and stuff like that involve children makes it so much worse. So much worse. Yeah, I don't mess with that. So the purpose of the stories and stuff is it teaches us the dangers of extreme selfishness. It shows respect for community, and they use survive ethics during hard winters. So like survival ethics means don't eat people, and spiritual consequences of losing your balance. So the skinwalker comes from the Navajo, and I feel like that's a good disclaimer, is that we want to be respectful about all of it.
Don't eat people.
Yeah. And it's really stories that people have made and stuff to warn others. So we're going to segue into the psychology section of it. So what is the allure of the unknown? And cryptids are an unknown because, there's no scientific evidence to back it up. It's based off of hear tell story. So it's really an unknown entity, but we're drawn to it. People are interested in that, in it.
Yeah, I feel like people were scared but also interested in the unknown.
Yeah, and that spans across all cultures. That spans across, all people alike, is that we have an interest in the unknown. And, why is that interest there? And part of the reason is that cryptids allow us to indulge our fears of the unknown so we can escape from reality. And that's like the main takeaway, is that these monsters, these creatures, allow us to ignore the real monsters and creatures in our real lives. Because real life monsters are a lot more scary than make-believe ones. So this the great desire has been incited by our need to challenge what is possible for humans and improve the lives of our communities. I feel like humans are always pushing boundaries and breaking boundaries and stuff like that. Not necessarily in a bad way, but we're always looking for the outside. We're always wanting more than we have and stuff. And that's also the fear of the allure of the unknown. There's also the fear of the unknown, but that's like darkness and stuff like that. So yeah, it's more appealing to face these make-believe creatures and monsters. And I don't want to say make-believe is like a disrespectful way. Rather than...
Yeah, because I don't know if they're real or not.
Yeah, we don't know.
I don't care to find out.
Yeah, that's... Exactly. I know that's right. But using these as like a form of like storytelling and warning, maybe like if in the Native American cultures and stuff, warning younger people in the tribe to stay away from these certain things, do these certain things. You're teaching them to be better. And it's just a story. It's like stories of life and death and community and how I'd rather that stay unknown than know what was on that phone.
Literally.
I don't want to see it.
Unknown, just like these cryptids.
Yeah, don't want to see it. Yeah. The Jersey Devil. So...
And segueing it to the Jersey Devil.
Yeah, now we're going to talk about redacted. Okay, so now we're going to talk about like the real nitty-gritty psychology part of it. So there's perception and misperception, misinterpretation. So psychology helps explain how people think whenever we see cryptids. So there's a such thing as a pareidolia, and it's our brains are wired to see meaningful patterns and vague stimuli, like faces and stuff like the visual facial area that I mentioned earlier. That's part of that. So, and you also have unintentional blindness. So people can misperceive animals or shapes whenever we're surprised and poor visibility. So it's no wonder a lot of these stories take place in like dark.
Especially in woods, and like the darkness can morph into a lot of things.
Yeah, because
Your
like
eyes can make you see things.
yeah, you don't have very much stimuli going on, and what you do see, you can't see an accurate.
And also, if you're scared, I feel like it's just
Yes,
making things up in your head too.
that's something else. If your adrenaline's pumping, you're gonna say any and everything. And it's also memory distortions that comes from your adrenaline pumping. So eyewitness reports change over time and often become more dramatic or detailed whenever you're retelling them. And that's actually why people don't use eyewitness testimonies in court anymore, because they are not accurate. Because because to you it's accurate. To you, you believe that actually happened. You saw it happen that way. But your brain will like corrupt the memory. And as time goes on, you no longer remember like you thought you did. And that's like true, because if you were to ask me like something,
If it was traumatic, you kind of block it out.
yeah,
And change it.
yeah, and like if I was watching like a lot of the videos they show in psychology classes, you'll have like someone, it's like giving you a task and it's telling you to, like the most famous one is watch the ball. How many times does the ball dribble? How many times did we dribble the ball? And in the background, there's someone in an ape costume walking in the background. Like you're not paying attention to that. You're not actively attending to that. Like your brain probably sees it, but you're not actively attending to it because you're busy counting how many dribbles there are. So like we falsely remember things. And there's also cognitive biases. So we have confirmation bias, and confirmation bias is basically whenever people who already believe in Bigfoot will interpret the ambiguous evidence like footprints and sounds, things like that, to help support their belief. That's very true, because like we believe in skinwalkers, and if I see something that's out of the ordinary, I'm gonna be like skinwalker.
That's skinwalker.
Yeah, so it's like confirmation
It could be
bias.
anything else, but
Skinwalker. You also have the availability heuristic. So stories that are vivid or frequently discussed feel more plausible. And then also authority bias. So documentaries or expert claims can influence belief even without strong evidence. So if someone in authority is telling you, this happened, I saw this, you're probably going to believe them. You're more likely to believe them. So there's also social psychology and then group identity. So communities form around cryptids, and that has psychological effects. So you have shared identity. So believers often feel a part of a special group that knows a hidden truth. Like in our hometown, there's like ghost stories and stuff. And if you're within that community,
the light.
yeah, yep. If you want to tell the light story. Let me finish the sentence I was going to say.
Yeah.
If you're within the community and to outsiders, they don't know about it. You have a hidden secret. You feel more, important, and you share that more. Anyways, we have a hometown cryptid. I'll let Will tell it. It's really just a ghost story.
Yeah, it's like what this train conductor, isn't he like headless? He doesn't have a head, or maybe he has a light and it's like looking for his daughter. Is that what the story is?
See, there's so many different ones. I always heard that it was someone that was like a railroad worker. Damn. Railroad worker. And he had like bent over the rails and his head got chopped off by the train. And it's his wife that's like out there looking, or I've also heard that it's him out there with this. Yeah, he's looking for his head. And there's like this back road and cross it, and you can go to it. And like if you turn your lights off and you flash this many times.
Yeah, if you flash and then honk your horn a couple times, and then you turn your car off, you sit there, you'll see the light.
But it's actually just the airport.
And
it's not even an actual airport, girl. It's like crops. It's the crop dusters. It's the crop dusters.
Yeah, I know one time we saw a light, but it was like, you can literally see a car all the way down there because it's a long stretch. There's like a bend and everything, but you can still see the light somehow.
Yeah, you see the cars. It's just a straight shot, and you see the cars, and you're like, that's the light. And then the car passed you, like, okay.
But I did see like a blue kind of light, but
That's
I was
the
probably
airport.
making things up in my head.
Yeah, I've seen red lights down there, and like at the time I was like, "Oh my god, guys,
I
it's
think
the light."
I was more scared of like
My friends.
the woods right there next to me.
Yes.
And one time she rolled down the windows and like locked them.
I didn't roll down mine. I didn't roll down mine. Yeah. Hey, guess what? Mine was still up. I wasn't rolling that down. Guess what? The doors were still locked. I think I actually unlocked y'all's doors and locked mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're coming for you.
They're not gonna get me,
light.
girl.
Mm-hmm.
Bet they're getting y'all. I'm gonna drive off.
Right.
If my car's not working, hey, I'm hiding in the trunk. I'm hiding in the trunk. We used to play hide and go seek in the dark. We were so crazy. Out there in the
In the
woods,
house,
girl. We did it
played
outside.
like a couple times. I wouldn't hide in the woods.
Me either, girl. I was hiding in the visible light. That's why I was always first to get found, because guess what? I was right there.
You being in the trunk.
Girl, and then I got locked in there. But guess what? I was right there where everybody else was, by the house. I was not going out there by those woods.
Literally.
People that went out there in those woods, like if I was a seeker and someone was out there in the woods, hey, guess what? You're not getting found.
One of my friends, she literally got in the woods and like got into a pile of leaves.
Yes, and was like this with her black hoodie on. And guess what? We didn't find her because I'm not going out there.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, if it was Will and I that were seeking, because we had teams typically, and sometimes Will and I'd be on the same team, we'd find the easiest people. But if there were people out in the woods,
Give up on them.
we'd give up and go inside.
Was
They'd
it
come
like,
out
you
eventually.
won? We're not looking for you.
Literally, we used to be like, okay, you won. They'd come out eventually because we're not going to those woods.
If they got,
Yeah, everybody else had these like super discreet and cool like hiding spots. Girl, I got in the trunk of a car. I was not going out there in those woods. I got in like a shed one time. That was the furthest I was getting from the house, and it's in my backyard. That's the first one time. One time I just hid underneath my mom's chair. I was not going out there on the porch.
house. Oh no! I
remember one time, my little brother's the same way. He does not mess with the woods, and I feel like that's because I put the fear of God in him when it comes to that. And I was on the porch with my mom, and we were talking about the hide and go seek, and I was a seeker, and I just looked in the corner. He was just sitting in the corner on the porch. And I was like, I literally see you. And I was like, that's like a terrible spot. He was like, I don't want to go out there. I heard something. Hey, yeah. Hey, guess what? I'm not going to find them.
Really? Won't be stepping off that porch.
Yeah, you're the seeker now. I'm not going out there. Then we moved inside because we started getting scared. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh,
light.
Yeah, and the shared identity. There's also the folklore and bonding. So local cryptids, legends, strengthen cultural identity and community pride. We have pride in the cross of light. If someone new comes across it, I'm taking them to the light.
I feel like it's a ritual.
It is, and guess
I gotta
what?
go see the light.
Rolling down your window, not mine.
Mm-hmm.
They got so
Unlocking your door.
mad at me. They got so mad at me.
You would be too.
I would have been punching y'all. I would have been sitting there fighting. Yeah, if someone had did that to me, I would have never spoken to them again. You're still here. But if I do, it's okay. Since I did it, it's okay. So mass sightings show how fear spreads societally, and it can shape interpretations. So like that's why there's so many different stories of the light and stuff, because I mean, like if the original story is not interesting enough, you got to change it a little bit. The next person will change it a little bit. You know, it's a little game of telephone. There's also fear, uncertainty, and our coping mechanisms. So cryptids often emerge in contexts of anxiety or rapid social change. So there's projection of fears. So we have unknown creatures become metaphors for real dangers. So like environmental destruction, outsider threats, or technology changes. So that's something we talked about whenever Dr. Miller was on the podcast, was like you can always tell what the main fear is in a society because there's movies that come out about it and stuff. Like in the 60s and the 50s, there was a Cold War, and there were people who were afraid of aliens, the space race, and destruction from the Cold War. So there was a lot of movies that came out about abnormalities. Like a Godzilla came out because if you have these
alien.
Yeah, if you have these nuclear bombs and stuff, there's no telling what they can do. So you have these like abnormal like creatures, and you also have aliens because of the space race, because people were afraid of the unknown. And in the 70s, it was really like a lot of serial killers. So that's what a lot of the movies were about. And like 80s, 90s, in the 2000s there was a lot of terrorist movies, and I feel like in the early 2000s there was a lot of terrorism movies. And now there's a lot of movies about technology. Like there's a lot of horror movies about technology
AI,
taking
robots.
over. Yes.
Well, Terminator.
Yes, there's a lot of movies now, iRobot, about yeah. There's just a lot of movies now about like
There's a lot.
a cyber terrorism instead of like physical terrorism. Like Leave the World Behind. We talked about that in our different podcast episode. You know, that's it. Just always
There's
whatever.
that movie with like all the Teslas moving
Yep.
by themselves.
And that's cyber terrorism. You can always tell what a big fear is of the time. Like during the pandemic, there was a lot of pandemic movies coming out. A lot of like zombie movies. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of movies about parasites and things like that. Bird Box came out. It's different stuff like that. And you can always tell because what the society is afraid of. It's like a collective thing. Yeah. I feel like, I don't know what the next 10 years we're going to be afraid of. Maybe... I don't want to get political.
AI.
There's going to be a lot of movies and stuff about women and people of color and people a part of like marginalized communities, and that's going to be what everyone's afraid of.
Yeah. What? I feel like there's movies like that.
Yeah, but it's typically the other way around. I feel like we're progressing backwards, and that's going to be the new fear in society is people being different. Which, hey, y'all can come get me. I'll play in it. Cast me in a role.
Need some money.
Yeah, cast me in a role, girl. I'll be the evil woman. Yeah, cast me in the role. I know another big one is bodily autonomy, like Rosemary's Baby. Hey, terrifying. If I was forced to give birth to the devil's baby, I'd be scared. If I was forced to give birth outside of my own free will, that's terrifying in its own, but especially whenever it's like Satan's child.
You ever watched Titan? That just came out.
Have you seen Tusk?
Yeah, that's iffy. Titan won the Palme d'Or in 2021. It's about like a woman. She turns kind of like into a man, has like sex with cars. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
Oh, there's one no Sydney Sweeney movie that came out not too long ago. She was a nun. Yeah, that's about bodily autonomy and the church. But I feel like that's going to be another big thing is having this bodily autonomy and humanity like stripping from you. I feel like that's going to be a big fear. I know it's going to be a fear within my community. Outside that community is probably going to be people being different. And technology. Black Mirror is a really good example.
I was gonna say AHS when she gave birth to, I guess, Lucifer.
Yeah, the Antichrist. And he looked good. Cut that out. Please.
No.
Cut that out. Yeah, cut the cameras. Cut that part out. We're not keeping that part in. But they got the best looking actor to play him. Cody Fern. They knew what they were doing. But don't even get me started on Ryan Murphy. What are they whispering about?
As soon as you said he's the best looking actor, Cody Fern, she immediately pulled up.
He is. He's a very attractive actor, and they got him to play the bad guy. Yeah. So there's also meaning, making, and awe. So people are always drawn to mystery. So it's like we said, there's a lure to the unknown. We have a need for wonder, and so cryptids satisfy a psychological desire for an extraordinary or unexplained. And we also have a narrative instinct. So humans like stories with suspense, danger, the possibility of discovery, because we can be like, oh, I wouldn't do that. I do this different thing. I love hearing stories like that where I can put myself in their shoes and be like, this is what I would do differently. And guess what? I wouldn't die.
That's why I like playing those games. You can make your own choices.
Yeah, like in Sims.
We're in our Sims.
We're in our Sims era right now. Yeah, we were playing Sims before we got here. We're making our home on Sims. We have me, Will, my boyfriend, and our 2 cats. Making them right now. Yep. But yeah. And there's also developmental psychology, which is my thing. So children often believe in fantastical creatures and cryptid fascinations. Hey, we're 21. We're 21.
I believe.
We're 2021 can extend this developmental stage into adulthood in a harmless way, providing imagination, curiosity, and play. First of all, I'm not curious. I'm scared.
I'll be curious, but from my own home.
I'll be curious.
I'll look it up on my phone. I'm not going out.
Yeah, curious in the comfort of my own home with the doors locked.
I'm not going out in the woods and looking for a skinwalker.
Who's doing that? Some idiots. Some idiots on those Just Creepy podcasts.
Yeah, I want to go to this park, but I want to go walk the trail that nobody else walks. And I want to go by myself.
Yeah, I'm having a really stressful time at work. I'm actually going to go in the middle of the woods and not tell anyone where I'm going and have little to no things with me.
I'm going to go into the mountains.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the Appalachian Mountains because I'm stressed at work.
By myself.
Hey, guess what? Stay there. We don't need you in society. You are a danger to the people around you.
Like, it'd be just one person, their dog, and they'll be walking and
Poor dog.
Gets up part of the trail and the dog like doesn't want to go any further. Like, come on. If the dog knows something is up, maybe you should listen to the dog.
Yeah, also, I'm not risking my life, more like my dog's life.
Literally. That's
why I got cats. So they don't play about that kind of stuff. They stay in their room chilling.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's always like dogs in the stories too. There was one I saw on TikTok, on TikTok.gov, and it was like this guy was like, he saw his dog like pawing at the door and stuff, and he was like, "What do you want?" And he like opened the window because he heard something, and it was his voice calling his dog.
Oh, hell no.
In the woods. I said, "Get out of here. Get the hell out of here. Who do you think you are taking my voice?" At least say something good.
It's just like one of the stories that I heard on the podcast. It was like this guy took his dog in the front yard to go use the bathroom, and something from across the street in the woods started calling the dog's name. And it all was like looking over there, and there's the owner, and like,
I don't play about my dogs.
I would have put my dog up and went back inside.
Mm-hmm. We're going inside. Miss Marley Mae Meeks is going inside. That's my dog. Put a picture of Marley right here. Miss Marley Mae Meeks does not play about that kind of stuff. Mm-mm. She, like, if she hears something out in the woods and you're like, "Marley, let's go," she's gonna run to the porch with you. The little one though, Mac, he gonna want to go out there and look.
Head first.
Yeah, he want to go out there and look. His little self. He's literally itty bitty. Put a picture of Mac right here.
One little swallow.
Literally, he's like a little appetizer. Marley's the meal. Luring them to her, but she like is the kind of dog where if you start running, she's running with you. Mm-hmm. She don't play about that. Like, I used to go walking up and down my road, and I typically only do it at night because my neighbors are nosy.
You're real brave.
Girl, I had a flashlight, my mom be on the porch. I'd had a flashlight, my mom be on the porch, and I'd have my AirPods in. The moment I saw anything weird or heard anything weird, going back inside. And I had Marley with me. But I would
like, she gonna do anything.
Do it like whenever it was darker outside because my neighbors are nosy and they'd be like, "I didn't see you walking today." I'm like, "Oh, you've been watching me?"
Been watching you for a week.
Yeah, you didn't walk today. Sorry. I'm actually gonna start doing it at nighttime so you can't see me. But yeah, if I were to hear something, I start running, Marley's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Running faster than me, get inside. The little one's gonna take a little detour and like stop and sniff everything. I don't know how my cats will react.
Get scared and run away, probably.
I feel like whenever we're downstairs and we hear something upstairs, we have neighbors, obviously. We live in a townhouse. Don't come find us, please.
Insert address right here.
We'll hear our neighbors go up and down the stairs and stuff, and we're always like, we're like, because it sounds like it's inside of our apartment, but it's just our neighbors. And like my cats, like whenever we hear that, the little one ignores it. Like he acts like he does not hear it at all. My big cat, Big Chungus.
Big Chungus cat.
Big Chungus Mr. Z. Y'all know a thing or two about Zeppelin.
Insert him right here.
Yeah. He will like look at it and then go back to sleep. Or if it's like too loud, he'll start looking. Like today, whenever our neighbors were outside doing something, I was in the pantry getting something to eat. And the cats were down there with me, and they heard something at the door, and they both just looked, and they got closer, and they ran off. I said, "Raise them right." I know that's right.
Yeah, earlier today, I heard our neighbor in there going, he's always, you can.
That sounds just like you.
If I don't have like my fan on or something, and it's like quiet in the house, you can hear them listen to their loud ass music or coughing up his lung in there.
If I can hear it from my room, it's a problem. And I do hear it from my room. My room's like furthest away from the bathroom. And I can hear him in there doing that to the walls. And I'm like, damn, girl, cough it up. Like, cough it up, girl.
Something deep in his lungs.
Literally. He does that every single morning. Like, he's in there gagging himself.
We rent out Cari's room so she can lay up with some people so we can pay rent for next month.
And I won't be in there. So we can pay our electricity bill. Hey, and I'm not going to be in there. He might be, not me. So that's gonna be it for us, chat. It's hot in here.
Yeah, chat, it's hot. We're hungry.
Yeah, I feel like we wrapped it up on a good note. I forgot what we were talking about because it's so hot in here.
Just make sure if you're ever out in the woods by yourself for some reason and you don't hear the birds chirping or crickets.
First of all, while you're in the woods.
Yeah, and if you also forgot to mention that if you smell like rotten flesh or poop.
It's rotten. It's sulfur.
Yeah,
sulfur is like
a
rotten flesh. Sulfur is a main one.
You smell
like
sulfur. Like
that story of me in the car. My friend was like, "There's sulfur. Something's going on,"
and it was just you.
So, I'm gonna tell the story. Then we're gonna wrap it up and go home because I'm hungry. I'm sweating in places that shouldn't be sweating. So we when I was in high school, I had this really woo woo friend, and by that I mean she was really into the spiritual realm, really into all that. But her side was like the Christianity side of it. She was real woo woo, like for real. And then they called me a witch for getting crystals. Hey, they're pretty. Anyways, she was real woo woo and stuff like that. And we went out to light, and she thought she heard something screaming at her ear and stuff. And then she thought she saw something. And I'm like, damn, girl, can we just go home? And then she was like, I smell sulfur. We gotta go. She started driving off. Hey, I farted.
Egg fart released.
The egg fart was released, and then it got us out of there. Though. She thought someone was about to come and get us. And hey, guess what?
You just had a shit.
Guess what? It worked. We got out of there quick too. She sped down the road, girl. I was like, "Yeah, someone's gonna get us, girl. We gotta go." I thought I saw something.
We gotta go. I smell sulfur. We gotta go.
I smell sulfur. We gotta get out of here. Those Instagram reels that are like egg fart released. You don't. I know you know what I'm talking about. Y'all know those? It's like in public, and he gets people's reactions like as he walks past them.
People like, I just released egg fart right here on this unsuspecting couple, and they'll be sitting there and they'll be like, look around, like.
See, I've been told before by multiple people that I have the nose of a bloodhound, so I smell it.
Smell it before you put it out your hole.
And it pisses me off. It makes me mad. Like, I think they're funny, but it makes me angry.
Yeah, I saw something. It was like, the sound of a fart is funny, but when I start smelling shit, it's not funny anymore.
Nothing's funny anymore. We're not friends anymore. Yeah, it's something about smells that just... It's something in my brain gets triggered and I'm mad. Hey, I'm angry. We're not friends anymore. Like, if I don't smell anything, I'm gonna giggle because it's funny. But the moment something hits my nose, look out, because I'm angry now. And for real, I get mad. I really do get mad. I don't know, something about it just makes me angry. What were we talking about? Oh, wrapping it up.
That's okay.
Wrapping it up. So that's all for us. Like I said, we're hungry.
That's all for us, chat.
We're hungry, about to go get some coupons and sweating. Really, really bad. We decided to wear pajamas because we're big fat lazy hogs.
Big fat lazy monsters, and been wearing this all day.
I changed back into my pajamas just for this podcast for whatever reason. Okay, that'll do it for me.
All right. See y'all.